In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes.
For Teachers and Writers Collaborative, I'm George Katznelson in the studios of WNYE, New York.
Anything goes.
In no grave can hold my body down.
What enabled scientists to solve this problem? Long ago, science established the fact that animal organs and tissues isolated from the whole organism can be maintained in a living state. But in order to achieve this, special artificial conditions must be created.
Veggie Revolution. God knows I, with my background, must be fed up with social upheavals, what with the words such as uprising, let alone the revolution, sending shivers down my long since also spineless spine, direct result of years and years of living under totalitarian rule, or rather the absence of any rules except the yoke of fear, the omnipresent fear, causing the deformation of spine and mind alike, yet luckily not the heart, as proved by my reaction to the news about Lydia, Che Guevara's granddaughter, going to be the face of Peter's new campaign, calling, you think, upon the toiling masses to rise against the oppressors of humans. For a change, no way. It's Veggie Revolution, and it's nowhere if ever there was one. To think that Lydia appears semi-nude and wearing what else but that beret, of course, camouflage pants and bandoliers of baby carrots. Sticks might be in order, baby. Can't you see your grandpa now turning in his communal grave? And can't you see the others, those countless smitten others like myself, who in their heart of hearts retain still an adoration for the revolutionaries, much as we are dreading the notion of revolution?
In the mornings, Manhattan acts like a heart and draws in the workers from their homes in the surrounding areas. The streets become filled with crowds of workers and shoppers. Then, in the evening, the workers stream home again. And the business section becomes a ghost city. Day after day, year after year, this constant cycle goes on, the rhythm and pulse of the city.
Waiting for salvation. Reclining on the steps of the Salvation Army headquarters on 14th Street and standing in striking contrast to those other buildings, all of which are catering to the flesh, but not to the soul, by selling liquor, bagels, Big Macs, or muscle fitness, was one of those homeless, fast asleep while waiting to be saved, encouraged apparently by the engraving of Salvation Army's grand motto, while there remains one dark soul without delight and God I'll fight. So said General Bush, who pledged to keep up that fight, he added to the end. Alas, it won't be coming soon. That soul on the steps may keep up sleeping. I had a dream. I had a dream, and in it I was abruptly held accountable for something which was not my fault at all, and grilled by someone whose face I could not see, and only this droning voice repeating these endless accusations. I was trying my level best to reason with that voice until I understood a phone call was coming soon to settle what the voice referred to as his case. I started waiting and soon lost count of time. Uncertainty is worse than death, and I was prepared for worse. When I woke up, someone must have known the plight I was in, and all along knew it was nothing but a dream. Bad dream.
I found those wires carried a message for anyone who'd listen. This is the story of our farm.
You guys have all the power.
Experiments on revival have added to the valuable store of our knowledge of experimental medicine.
В свободной стране еще очень мало живем. Мы еще не привыкли к этому, что каждый может распоряжать даже мое желание вообще не раздевался. Так, как ему нравится.
Спасибо.
Tanzbrüderchen.
From factories come a great many of the things that make life better, easier, and more fun for all of us. Let's visit. In this toy factory, millions of toys are made. Toys like these honey bears, musical clocks, toy guitars, and merry-go-rounds.
Если предположить, что все началось после этого слияния, и именно из-за этого слияния, то надо предположить, что кто-то действует вопреки воле правительства и президента напрямую.
Let's see how a factory works. This is the factory's planning board. These men plan or decide what the factory shall make. At today's meeting, a number of ideas are presented. One man suggests that the company manufacture a jack-in-the-box, and he draws a rough sketch to show what it might look like. Then the idea is improved upon. Why not make a jack-in-the-box with music? A kind of jack-in-the-music-box. Sketches of this idea are sent to the experimental department.
The process has no harmful effects on the animal organism. For a number of years now, 3 dogs have been under observation in the Voronezh Medical Institute after being revived by artificial blood circulation. This dog, Bunny, was revived in 1939. Black Ears was revived in 1939. Naida was revived in 1938.
В каком пыльном подвале откопали того ядовитого сталинского паука, который написал этот бред?
Extra workers must be hired to do the work. A worker in this department makes a sample or experimental model of the new toy. This is what the jack in the music box will probably look like if it is finally manufactured. The engineering department's plans are put onto blueprints. The head of each factory department will read these blueprints
and be able to tell his workers what to do. Another set of blueprints goes to the purchasing department. This department will buy the raw materials, the cloth, springs, metal sheets, and other things that will be needed to make the new toy. Finally, the raw materials to make the toy arrive at the factory. Steel tubing, coils of wire, strips of metal, and the many other materials that will be needed. This coil of wire is fed into another punch press, for the jack and the music box are coming off the production line.